Hey, I'm back. Bit tired today, but thought I'd still come on. And finally found my glasses, so I can actually see what I'm doing now. Let's give them a bit of a... Ooh. Drop the cloth. That's good, isn't it? What a great start. And just knock the camera a few times. Why not? Yeah, I was saying I'll just give the glasses a wipe, but now it looks like I'm going to have to give the camera a bit of a wipe as well because I've just bashed it a few times. There we go. And let's give you a bit of a wipe as well since I've just bashed everything. Lovely. I have no idea why this holder keeps, it's like that, it's moving by itself. Let me just try and readjust it. I think it's just loose, you know. I might have to tape it. It just won't stay in a certain position. I don't know if that's any better. It just keeps, like, I'm not touching it, it's just tilting up by itself now. I'm not even touching that, look. Not even touching it, and it's doing it. But it's annoying because what I want you to see is down here. So, yeah. I did actually get it adjusted, but I don't know if just bashing it then has just ruined that. I'm not sure why it's doing it. It might be because I've got it plugged in and maybe the cable is pulling it down. Let me just try and adjust it. If I do it over here like this, maybe it'll help hold it up a little. Position it a bit. Let's see, does that work? Get a glimpse of the crystals there, and of course, a new mug. No, it's still moving, isn't it? I just need to hold it in that position. I'm not sure. I think I've got some tape somewhere. I shouldn't have to tape it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tape it. This is just a fantastic start. But oh well. I think I'm gonna come on it again tomorrow as well, because I've actually got the day off. I do need to go into town and do a few things, but just bear with me. I'm getting tape. Right, just bear with me. I know it's annoying. I'm just gonna hold it in position and then just see if I can tape it. Right, hopefully, is that a bit better for you? And then I'm not going to move it. Let me just see if I can. I hope this works without actually seeing the tape everywhere on the. Just ignore my hand for the moment. Right. I'm gonna let go. Oop, I'm not touching it. Oh, we're still moving. How? Right. I can kind of see what's going on there. Because it's on like this little ball joint and it's just. I think it's just loose, you know. I've got it on its tightest setting. So unless I was to glue it, it's just gonna keep moving, I think. Wait, I've got an idea. If I put a bit on the top and hold it down. See, I could end the stream, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna carry on. Alright, let me just get it in the right position because it's completely moved. I think that's about right. I'm determined. I'm not gonna leave this. I'm determined to get this so it doesn't move. Oh, let go of it. Is it moved? Oh, it's ever so slightly. I think I've done it. This isn't the stream that I planned. It's the stream that we've now got. Alright. I'm not touching it. Okay. I think as long as I don't touch it, even though it's kind of gone a bit more this way than what I wanted. See if I can just nudge this up a little. I'm not touching it. There's the tape. I'm not touching it. I'm not doing any more. And I will fix this tomorrow properly before I come on. Because it's really annoying me, to be honest. And I'm sure it's annoying for you, but never mind. Okay. Have a bit of my drink. And yeah. Now we'll start. So, I tried to make it a bit more Halloween-y, even though you can kind of see this bit over here, which, and you can kind of see the other bit of the holder there for this one, but I don't really want to mess with it too much. See if I can just tilt that out the way. Is that a bit better? I did have it fine, but I think it's because I hit it with my head, you know, like 10 times, that it's ruined it. It's fine, I'll sort it out before tomorrow's stream. This is just I'm jumping on quick, but we'll probably be on for about 3 hours stream. I was gonna watch Squid Game. I think I've got one. Oh no, I broke my pen. I think I've got one episode left, and I've just broke the pen. There we go. Yeah, I think I've got one episode left. I've been told by people. I've just watched the Glass Bridge one, and I'm told there's one after that, and I really want to watch it, but I've come on here, and I'll probably watch it tomorrow. So yeah, I've tried to make it a little more Halloween-y and stuff. I've got some other things, but you know, when I readjust everything, maybe tomorrow when I get back, I'll do it properly then. I just added a bit of like spooky fabric and this little dude and this little LED glowing spider, which I really like. I'll show you, hold on, if I turn the light off. Watch how good it looks. Ready? Oh, that's the wrong one. There. Can you see him? He's pretty cool. Anyway. I need to be able to see to draw. Oh, it's pretty cool without that light on. Hold on. Can you guys still see that fine? That kind of looks more spooky. We'll go with that, unless I get eye strain, and then I'll have to put it back on. But yeah, I'm a couple of days behind in Inktober because obviously I've not come on. I've just needed a bit of a break. I was off on Monday and I just really needed a break. And I ended up colouring my hair and doing my roots, which is great because I'd left it quite a while since the first time that I actually fully bleached my head. Let the roots grow out. They weren't horrendous, but they were starting to annoy me. And I've discovered I absolutely hate the look of freshly done roots, to the point where there's no dark hair at the top. I do not like it, and I'm now stuck with that for at least a couple of weeks until it grows back in, because I refuse to put dark dye on because it'll just ruin when my hair grows, and I want to lighten those bits as they then grow down. So I'm just going to wait for it to fully grow out again. And I think I like the look where it's like maybe up to a month's worth of growth, you know, it's just like a centimetre or so at the most, not a big amount, just enough dark to kind of look nice. But yeah, freshly done, pale sort of scalp, no roots, I do not like. And yeah, also I just used the one colour this time, and I've ended up with blue hair, and I like green, and I know the colour I've got, when it fades, will look really, really nice, but I really don't like. I mean, it's not horrible, it's just I've got so used to green hair, and it fading to a minty colour rather than a pale blue sort of mermaidy colour, I don't like, basically I don't like freshly done hair. That's what I've discovered since Monday. So I kind of improved my hair and ruined it at the same time. I mean, it's not ruined, it's just, you know, I just don't like it. So yeah, I might be going out tomorrow and getting some like a light green just to kind of mix on top, to just take it away from the blue a bit and more towards the green, because it's supposed to be turquoise and it's come out blue, but the first time I tried to do that colour it came out green, so it's the exact same colour. And then I eventually mixed another colour in and had my, like, what is my normal green hair. But yeah, I don't like freshly done hair, I found out. I'm not liking it, and I've just realised this is just tilted up or something again. So I pretty much give up now, and I'm just going to prop my pad up rather than touch the camera anymore. So I'm gonna see if I can just use this ruler, get rid of this other pad at the side, and use this ruler to hopefully, don't think it kind of holds it, it's not quite thick enough. Oh wait, I've got a little diddy one here. Oh, that does absolutely nothing. Never mind. Yeah. That will do, I suppose. You still can't see it, can you? Oh my gosh. Right, okay. I have a phone holder, which that will hold it up. Can you see that better? You can see that a lot better. We'll go with that. It's settled. That's what we're doing. This is probably one of the most disorganized streams I have done. And now you can't see the spider fully, but I am not messing with it. It is what it is. Whatever. So I got up to, I think, well, day 17. We're on 19 today. So day 17, and that was collide. So I basically did a bullet colliding with the skull, because I'm trying to do Inktober as Halloween sort of spooky tattoo flash ideas, because I'm learning to be a tattooist, so why not? So what was yesterday's and the next one from collide, oh, it was moon. And I did originally have a really good idea for this, but obviously me being me completely forgot to note it down, so now I can't remember what it was. So I'm gonna have to just do one, come up with something for moon now. And today's one is the loop, which I did have a nice idea for, and I've completely forgot where I saved that idea. I saw this photo inspiration. Oh, I know what it was. It was a snake, but it was like this nature photography, this snake, and it was all sort of like curled up, and it would look really nice. It kind of looked like a rope, sort of like coiled and looped up, but it was a snake, so I might go with that for today's, which is loop. But I can't remember what I did for the idea that I had for 19, which was not 19, 18, which was moon for yesterday. I just can't remember what it was. I think at one point we were talking about Nightmare Before Christmas, doing, like, you know, the little scene with the hill and the moon and everything. But if I can't find my other idea, I might do that one. But I mean, there's always, you know, moon. But yeah, we probably won't do that one. That can be saved for the what did I call it? Like a theme sort of flash sheet that I'm doing with just ladies. So after I finish the Inktober ones, I'm going to choose one or two, probably one, I'm not sure, to redraw as an art piece or something a bit bigger, in more detail, a lot nicer. And then this lady, it's not going to be the lady, by the way, because, even though it would be nice, purely because I'm going to be doing a range of ladies for after Inktober and the art piece. They're going to be like, basically what I'm doing here, I'm going to be doing with just like ladies, pretty much. So that's going to be a really nice range of designs. so it's not going to be the lady that I'm doing. I might do like one of the skulls or something. I can't remember which one we said we might do. Might redraw the ghost a bit different. I'm not sure. Or I might not do one at all, and then just come up with something completely different. But I want to do an art piece at the end of this, because I've got some frames that need filling, and I want to do a few larger ones, because I'm hoping to do prints at some point. So I just want to have something ongoing for that. I'm just trying to see if I can find this snake picture. I did have it on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone, so I can't actually look at that without the stream going off. So I'm just going to see, did I send it to myself? Because I do that quite a lot. I send it myself things in messages and emails and stuff, just to make sure that I've got a copy somewhere for this very reason. And yes, I did. But I sent myself not just a still, because it was like a photograph that I'd taken off a video. So I don't actually have the still. If I click on the video, I don't have the still. But if I don't click on the video, I can kind of see it. So from the thumbnail, so I might go with that. Yes, so for Moon, let me just look. I did have the sketchbook that I had here before. I did write a few ideas down the other day, but I'm not sure I wrote that one. I really don't think I wrote that down. Got some of my other old sketches in there. Yeah, I don't think I did do it. So, oh, what's that? Next time. Yes, so I'm gonna have to just come up with something because I really can't remember. So let's get a few images of the moon up and see if we can come up with something. I've just seen a picture I sent myself that would make a really nice design, but it's going to go in the ladies one. But because we're talking about moon, I've actually seen like how I can fit a moon in with that. So it would actually go with today's, but I'm going to do it in the lady one because it will look really, really nice. And I'm very excited to do that because I wanted to do a range of like ladies in poses and things for quite a while. Just because they look nice and it's like a different, like, because people have pin-ups, don't they? It's like a different kind of version of that. I just thought would be nice. But I don't think I sent myself any moon references. So I am going to just look up a picture of the moon, see what I can come up with. And the one for loop I will do, let me just get that one back. I'll just mark out where I'm doing the loop one. Oh, there it is. So loop is going to go, I'm trying to fill the space up. How many have I got left? Let me just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not going to fit that on there. 14 to somehow fit in this space. So yeah, some of them are going to be really tiny. Like number 25, for example, is splat, so I'm literally just going to do like an ink splodge. That's going to be really easy to fit in. Spark is kind of a similar thing. Patch will probably be a similar thing. Oh, Slither. Oh no. I could draw more than one snake. I've got multiple skulls, so why not? Right, so I'm going to do loop before moon, even though it's in the wrong order. And I'm going to be doing that kind of small-ish. So I think loop is gonna go here, just in front of the lady. And I think depending on moon, I'm gonna just mark out where I put that. So let's just get a reference image of the moon. Images. I just want to see if there's anything that just sparks my interest, because I don't want to do, I'm trying to do sort of like creepy, sort of Halloweeny. I mean, there's the classic moon outline. Oh wow, that's amazing. Someone's actually someone's just in if you just Google moon and then you just go on the images and just scroll down, it's like the first page, like 4 or 5 lines down, there's an astronaut having a pee on the moon, what someone's done as an art piece. I love that. It's just it's ridiculous. I love it. But yeah, I'm wondering if, oh, that's cool, someone's done one with, like, I guess Frankenstein's hand in front of the moon. I mean, I'm not going to draw that, but that's a pretty cool image. I do like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is, you could always do the oh, what have I done there? I've just clicked on something random. You could always do the classic sort of clouds in front of the moon, but then you run the risk of it looking like a sun. So you'd have to black out an area behind the moon and then, like, say, black out some of the clouds. It can be a bit difficult. There's the whole idea of the silhouettes and stuff, different phases of the moon. I just want something that's kind of, that just sort of sparks an idea. I'm just literally looking through images of the actual moon just to spark my idea. There's loads of stuff. I mean, I did actually do a tattoo design for the moon a while ago. It was like a jaggedy moon and had like pieces coming out of it, and it was a crescent shape, and it looked really nice, but obviously I've already drawn that, so I'm not sure if I want to copy my own stuff again. But it did look really nice. So yeah. I'm just trying to find like a nice like image of the moon that I like, that's got some detail in the photograph, but I mean, like, the shape of it, I guess, like, you could it's almost like the skull, but I've done so many skulls and I'm just not sure how I would get across, because it's like the man in the moon, isn't it? But I'm not sure how I would get that across as the moon. And obviously it's going to be flash as well, so it's not like a big art piece that's going to lead onto it. It's literally like, flash designs are literally like just the idea of, like, they're not stickers or transfers, but you know, you just it's like clip art but tattoos. You know, you're just picking something and just slapping it on, like, yeah, I love that. You know, and multiple people can have the same thing, and it's not like specially designed for like that person. It's not supposed to be a big art piece. It's supposed to just be, you know, a quick little design that's, you know, just like nice, pretty much. So yeah, I think I'm trying to get like images up of it with like creepy clouds around it, see if I can play around with it, because I want to see if there's a way where I can maybe do that without it looking like the sun and turning into a big image, like a big piece, because I literally just want it as like the moon with something interesting with it without taking up a lot of space, because I'm hoping that I can sort of slot it in somewhere small, because I have so many big pieces to do. Like, maybe I can fit it around here in this kind of an area and size. So I don't want anything that's got loads of stuff coming off the side. I just want the actual moon, but something recognizable. I mean, you could argue Jack Skellington's face kind of looks like the moon too. I just need something that's like, I don't know, I think I'll go with my crescent shape because I liked that last time when I did it. And then I think I'll just see, maybe like, I'll redraw the other one that I did, like a version of it without looking at it. Just, I remember roughly kind of what it was. And then I'll see if I can like add to that maybe. And I'm just going to freehand it because, you know, I could draw around something. And if I accidentally knocked the camera, then sorry. That was my glasses, because they kind of stick out. Like, if you can see, they have this little pointy bit that sticks out. So, yeah. A very good spatial awareness. And then on top of that, I have glasses that stick out from the side of my head. So, whoops. Let's just do roughly, because it wasn't like a perfect moon, it was supposed to be like jaggedy and kind of a little bit off. I actually did originally do it so that it had like something there in the middle, but I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I could do like a tiny spider. A really tiny, like, could you tell that that's a spider from there? I don't know if that will look good, but I did things like it came out like that, a bit like, oh, I didn't draw it on here. Oh, actually, I think it's in here. Let me just flick through it quick. I think if I could just show you quick, I think I did it in here on a previous page. If not, then I'm not sure which one I drew it in. Maybe I didn't draw it in this one. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, who knows. I know it wasn't in this sketchbook, but you might have seen it on some of my previous streams because I share them to my YouTube channel just to kind of save them as well. I did have like a tiger with a crescent moon drawing. I think I've filed it away at the moment now. But if you see that, you'll see the kind of crescent moon that I was talking about. In fact, I've actually got some really old practice skin. Like, this is really bad practice skin. It's like the one that you want is, the practice skin that you want is like this. It's like really thick and kind of like rubbery and stretchy, and that's like one that I did. I hand poked it. But yeah, on really old practice skin, I actually did a similar moon, but this practice skin, look how thin it is, it's rubbish. It's really bad, but if you can see, hold on. Can you see this one here, this moon? It's basically like that. It's a different drawing, but this is one that I did on some really old practice. It's so bad, this practice skin, like it bubbles up and everything. It's so bad. Like, I tried to do calcifer and it's stained, and it's just, this is why I bought all this stuff. But yeah, like this kind of idea, but obviously done better. These are not drawn on, these are all like tattooed on. So yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna go with that kind of an idea, you know, like where all the edges are kind of like jaggedy, and that's probably a bit too jaggedy. You know, like it's not a perfect moon. That kind of idea, you know, like kind of, because I want it creepy. And then I might do something like some drips coming off it or something like that. So like you would have, I've just realised like this isn't the creepiest music. I did have some creepy music, but I'm not sure where that playlist has actually gone now, to be honest. I did try finding it, but I have absolutely no idea where that's gone. So yeah, we've got this for now. Like, I wonder if I can do it like, it's kind of like pouring down. Yeah, that'll look pretty good. like a little spider. I mean, like you could technically do like a web. Well, actually, it would come here, wouldn't it? So I'm not sure if that's a bit weird. Yeah, and so that's like, I'm gonna go over it with ink, obviously. That's the rough sort of moon idea. And then I've got, hi, hot spicy chicken wings, are you alright? I didn't see your chat because I didn't have the page open. How's everything? I'm just catching up with Inktober, and if you, later on, if you rewatch this, you'll just see how horrendous the start of the stream was because my camera just kept moving, and yeah, it was amazing. So that one would be 19 if I just mark it off, and then 18 would be up here for was it loop? Yeah, I'm sure it was loop. It's like the rough shape of the snake. Kind of goes up like that, and then down there. I'm drawing this off the reference. This isn't the exact one that I wanted though. It is a thumbnail of the video that I did get. It's actually two snakes, but that I did actually get it off. But oh, the music stopped. Fantastic. See, this is the only thing with this. It just decides to just die by itself. Let's just redo that. Yeah, I did actually have I swear I had like some Halloween sounds and I just can't find it. Where will it be? Let me just have a look. Do you know, I'm just gonna search. I really can't find it. I just use this website called Epidemic Sound, which they've been alright, you know. Not the most amazing, but oh, here we go, playlists. So it's not the easiest to use, to be honest. I'll just put a random one on. There we go, a bit more creepy. I would have done a blood moon. Well, you know, we could always colour it. I'm just trying to do flash ideas though, instead of bigger art pieces. What's creepy looking? It did look better because I had it like this before. Hold on. There you go. A little more creepier. And like you could see the spider a bit more, but I had to, my camera kept moving, even though I've actually taped the stand now, and it still kept moving, so I've had to sort of prop my sketchbook up. So it's kind of blocking the spider now. But yeah. So I put the chat on my phone now, so I shouldn't miss what you're saying, even if it's slightly delayed. Oh, okay, so this one goes up here. Goes up, goes round. Comes back on itself, and then it's going down. And then this is the second snake. It's called, ah, right, so I've just totally seen that wrong. Right, so that's like going round and then kind of coiling round. Oh, thanks. I'm going to add the ink to it in a little bit. I just wanted to get the general shapes in first because I'm a little bit behind with some of these. I'm going to have to put that back on. I can't see properly because the shadow from my hand is casting over the paper. Just getting the general shape in, and then I will make it look a bit better. Oh, did you enjoy it? I don't know what happens in that one. I've not actually played it. I'm just modifying the snakes into a looped snake because why not? So what's it actually about then? I've not played it. Oh, is it the one where I've seen sort of earlier ones where there's like, is it like drug lords or something, and someone, I can't remember what happened. Something about one of the main sort of like bad characters said something to do with someone's hat. I'm not sure. Like he kills someone's father or something. Yeah, I've sort of seen it, and it's sort of tropical. Or the first one or something, I'm not sure. I've seen something like that, I've never played them. Ah, okay. So I've kind of got the outline of these snakes now. I'm just gonna go around the very outside with a bit thicker of a marker. Just because it's like a flash design, so I want it to be quite obvious edge. I still haven't got my PlayStation set up. I was supposed to be getting it done the other week, so I could just do like the odd stream of gaming, but I still haven't set it up. Like Quattro's supposed to be helping, but he's just really busy around work. He's been playing Final Fantasy 14 and doing all these raids and everything, and then getting invited to some by other people, so you know, for things that he hasn't completed or got yet, so he's been kind of busy doing all that, so he's not really had a lot of time to help me set up. Whoops, there we go. And then sort of go around the inner bits there, just to mark the gaps, and then I'm going to be adding some shading. Confuse myself where the outside bits are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've actually confused myself here because I've done two snakes intertwined for loop, and I've completely confused myself where the edges for everything is. Right, there we go. Obviously I've not done the eyes on the snake or anything yet, or the tongue or anything. I've completed back 4 Blood Zombie game on veteran difficulty. That was fun and stressful at the same time. Why is that like one of the hardest difficulties? I have completely confused myself with this one. I do not know where's where. Whoops. I don't know what I've done. So I'm gonna do, I don't know. One snake going into like the other. It's like the spotty snake will, well, with heavy dot work, will gradually fade out into like the lighter bit. I think that's what we're going with, just to kind of like differentiate between the two. Alright, it goes harder than that, but it's one of the hardest modes you can play on there. Plus it has more zombies than standard mode. Oh god. I don't think I'll be very good at that. Have you played that? What was that film? Was it World War Z, but there's a game of it? Have you played that? Because apparently in that one the zombies are supposed to be really fast, like they did in the film. I'm not sure how well that would go if you're playing that one, especially on really difficult. I may have to do a colour with this one and fade one colour out into the other. Yeah, I might have to do one colour into another. Oh, why didn't you enjoy it? Was it a bit cheesy because it was based off the film? You know, it didn't live up to expectations. Just gonna grab some other colours quick. I think I'm gonna do, what would be good Halloweeny colours? Purple into green. That'd be pretty cool. Or obviously orange into black. Orange into black. Purple going into green for the snakes, or orange going into black. Which one do you reckon is more kind of Halloween-y? Or orange going into green? What combination do you reckon? Or purple going into orange? The game was really buggy. Oh, was it a bit like, oh, what was it? Cyberpunk that was just completely messed up. I think I'm going to do purple into green. Oh, that's rubbish. Is it true, what I heard with Cyberpunk, that there was some kind of glitch where loads of stuff just turned into dildos? Obviously, like, they had to fix it or something, but is that true? I heard, because I found that hilarious. If it is, it's just so funny. And pretty bad. I've decided to go orange into green. I'm not quite sure how well these two colours will go together, but they should look alright. Yeah, that is very true. There was a glitch in the changing colours where you could see... Oh, really? So from my understanding, that they took ages to develop that game, so why was it so bad? Was it just that they rushed it out? That sounds pretty bad to me. This might help show a little bit more where the snakes are. It's like kind of a dark orange. Going into lighter. And then crossing over there. It was a rush game. It should never have been out to play as they were still working on it. Oh, who brought it out? Was it Blizzard? But pretty much they just wanted money, so they just thought, oh, sod it, we'll just rush it out, we'll just get a load of money off it and then we'll just fix it later and hope that people don't get really annoyed. Because it kind of sounds like that. So that's Loop, which was today, which was today's, number 19. So I just got to go back and do yesterday's. I've just put my pen down and lost it. There it is. So that should be 19. yeah, and then today's is the moon. The game developers, I guess, the game was good to go. Do you reckon like the company sort of pushed them though? Because if they took that long to work on it, that surely if it was your project you would want to get it out right. I mean, obviously you'd want money, but surely it's worth sending it out half decent at least, so that, you know, people can enjoy playing it. Because Quattro was telling me about No Man's Sky, because I started playing that, and he was telling me about how when that was released it wasn't anything like, obviously it is now, but like what it was supposed to be like, and they got really bad rep for it, and they took it on themselves to sort of correct all that, and they've been gradually, even now, just sort of like adding to it and then just doing updates and extra content sort of free, just adding to it, and they've actually created a really nice game now. But that's not what happened with Cyberpunk, is it? I don't know about you, but these tunes sound familiar. It sounds like they've done spooky versions of other songs that are, or like theme tunes, and I can't place what they are, but they seem really familiar. Ah, well, that's the thing though, isn't it? They just get money out of you, unfortunately. Oh, I think that's it. I think the music's just stopped. So that's the only thing with this sort of company, is the music will just stop, or the playlist is not that long. Whereas Spotify, I was playing things on it and I really liked it, but yeah, it's just like copyright and stuff. These are all their own music, so I can use whatever I want as much as I want. But yeah, unfortunately, copyright. It's a pain. Oh, this sounds alright. really want more tattoos. But I know I could literally do them at any time on myself, but I really want like a sleeve doing. And obviously, I mean, if it were my legs or something, or somewhere that I could easily access on myself and I had my machine already or whatever, I'd probably just do it myself. But on my arms and that, I could start doing certain places, but then I can't reach all the way around. So I'd rather get someone else to sort of fully do it. But I really want a sleeve doing or something. It's like I was thinking I'm gonna go back to the guy that did the ones on my shoulders after I've designed the sleeve that I want, and obviously like saved forever for it, and see if he can, even though I've sort of been adding to my wrist myself, he can just incorporate it. It's fine, I'm sure he can. But yeah, like really tempted, like next year definitely, to get something like a bigger piece again. Like, I'll do little ones myself for now, because I can't do large ones on places I can't access. I mean, even if I can access them on myself, it's getting into the right position to be able to do the right angle to tattoo, and that it's very difficult on yourself, whereas someone else doing it, it's a lot easier for them to do it for you. So yeah, I'm very tempted next year to get another large piece. I'm not sure what. I definitely like sleeves, but I'm just not sure. If I didn't get that, I might get like something on my shin or something. Do you know the ones with the shape to go around your knee? Would look really nice. Yeah, after a while, don't you? You just sort of, you just need to get a new one. You just need to. There's nothing quite like the feeling of being stabbed for hours on end by a needle, absolutely hating the feeling, or not being able to handle the pain, or however you handle it, whatever. Going through a really annoying healing process, and then you end up with a really nice piece of work after. Hopefully you've gone to someone and they've done a good job anyway, because I'd hate to go through all that and have like a really awful tattoo. But yeah, there's nothing quite like that whole process. And then you get to the stage where you kind of get used to it. You kind of sometimes forget that some of them are there, because you can't feel them really, because they're not, when they pass the healing process, they're not itchy or anything like that. And then you just kind of think, well, I'll get a new one. So yeah, it's just there's nothing quite like that, torturing yourself for art. I might add red to this, you know. I think that would look really cool. Like the blood moon idea, but kind of like literal blood on it. Well, not really, because obviously I'm not going to actually bleed onto the page. But, you know. We could add some. I've still got that red marker pen from before that we did with Pennywise. Well, let's just do it. I mean, I think Inktober is technically supposed to not be colour, but I didn't read that bit, so I don't care. I mean, it's not full colour. I don't know, maybe I should have just done them red and kind of stuck to black and red, but whatever. It is what it is. If it looks good, we'll do it. Oh, this is kind of dark, so it should lighten up. Oh, I didn't do the spider. Whoops. Let's get the little one again. But yeah, definitely, I it's not so much a wanted new tattoo, I kind of need a new tattoo. If you know, you know. So that's 9. Oh no, it's not 19. Have I done that the wrong way around? Give me a moment. I think I've done this the wrong way around. No, that's definitely right. That's 18 for moon. So tomorrow's is supposed to be Sprout. I mean, what am I gonna do that's creepy with Sprout? You can just have an evil little plant, I guess. What would you do for Sprout? What's creepy? I'm just thinking like an evil little plant. Like, did you ever watch the really old film called Day of the Triffids? I think that's the proper title for it, or The Day of the Triffids. I will double check that. But it's a film that I grew up with when I was little, you know, all the nice films that I used to watch. There was another one. Oh my god, there was a remake? Wait, what? When did they have a remake of that film? (2009). How did I miss this? How did I miss this? Wait, Brian Cox was in it. Is this like a joke one? This has got to be like a. This has got to be a joke one, surely. David Triffids is a BBC drama made in 2009. It's not. It's a really old film. It's a loose adaptation of the 1951 novel with the same title, which the original film was based off. The novel had previously been adapted in 1962 as a theatrical film, and by the BBC in a 1981 series. I did not know they did series of that film. I just watched the 1962 film. I did not know that they did. So they've done 2 lots. BBC have done 2 series based off this. One in the 80s and one in the 2000s. Huh. Well, that is not what I meant. I meant the 1962, The Day of the Triffids original, I guess, film of it. Wow. But yeah, yeah, evil plant. So if you've seen I mean, I don't know what the series that these two sort of series that they did. I've not seen those. Didn't even know about them. I'm just purely talking about the 1962 film, The Day of the Triffids. That was the first thing that sprung to mind with Sprout, like an evil plant. Obviously, they kind of have faces. They kind of look like they got gas mask faces, but spiky, and you know, like it says here, beware the Triffids. They grow, know, walk, talk, stalk, and kill. So yeah, obviously they're sentient, but yeah, I don't know, just kind of like evil little plants. That's what I thought of with Sprout. I guess something could be growing from you or something. I don't know, but I just wanted like I just thought of like this and an evil little plant, pretty much. Probably not an actual Triffid, but something that would come after you like that. but with kind of more of an evil face, because it's got to look creepy, and just a normal plant probably might not look creepy. Or it could, but it might not get that across, that it will, you know, come after you and get you. Oh, well, I've learnt something new again. I don't think I'll be watching the series, either of the series, because I really love the film. There was another one as well, The Fog. Absolutely love The Fog. Then they made like a kind of remake of it, but they called it The Mist. Absolute rubbish. I mean, obviously, like, effects and stuff are a lot better, but, you know, absolute rubbish. Nothing like the original. But yeah. I mean, I could have a go at drawing a Triffid. I've actually got a picture of one of the props here. And looking at it now, it looks just not scary at all. It just looks so bad. You know, as, you know, props from older films do when you look back at them. But at the time, would have been really, really scary. The idea of it is pretty scary. But, yeah, it just looks really not scary at all. There was another one. There was another film. And I cannot remember. Like, if anyone actually is watching this and they grew up on films like the Triffids, or the Day of the Triffids, and those kind of times with those kind of films, there was actually a film that I'm thinking of, and I cannot remember the name, but basically there's like this power plant. It's a black and white film. There's this power plant, and these kind of like meteors fall to Earth, and if you go near it, they kind of like explode, and they like squirt out this kind of like this black acid stuff, and I think it kills you or something. But then there's like I think I'm thinking of two different films at the same time that are very similar to what I'm describing now, or it could be just one film. But there's like an island that's been like overrun by these like hard shell grey sort of like if you've ever had plants like scale, or it looks like a big like a lump, like an armadillo, but you just imagine like the shell or whatever. Or like them really ancient sea creatures, I can't remember the name of them, like horseshoe crabs or whatever, but those kind of things. But it's like one big shell and it's grey, and they have like this long kind of like Nessie kind of neck, that's got like suction things on the end of it. Oh, I've just dropped a pen. That's got suction things on the end of it that kind of like grab hold of you and kill you. I'm not sure if that and the meteor one are the same film or different films, but that was kind of like a creepy. I don't think they were a plant, but I'm just thinking. Sorry, I'm just picking that pen up. I'm just thinking of something kind of like that, but maybe more Triffids for Sprout. But actually, now thinking about it, I really love all those old films. And what do you reckon that I do after I do the lady series of like some really nice poses and stuff? What about some like really old, kind of old school, would it be like sci-fi / horror, classic kind of characters? Like you'd have the Triffid as a tattoo, you can't really have the Thing and the Stuff because they're just, or the Blob because they're just basically blobs, but I guess you could kind of like do something with that, those kind of things. That would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm not sure how many people it would appeal to, but I'd love to just do drawing, just like a flash sheet range, just because, you know, I've not actually seen that. I just think that would be fun. And if you've seen like the old movie posters that they had for those kind of films, like the style that they're in, it's kind of like pin-up. The way that they draw the ladies are like pin-ups in it, but kind of like with these creepy, whatever the monster is per film. I don't know. I just like the old school way. It looks really interesting. I think it'd be really cool to sort of do like an old school kind of sci-fi horror film, sort of flashy with some of the main sort of monsters. Because I mean, like they do it for like, oh, that was another one. Sorry, I've just seen a film poster for another one that I watched growing up as well, and it's called This Island Earth. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do it because it's a future idea. It's a future idea. It's not for now. It's a future idea. Just purely because I just think it would be so much fun. I'll definitely enjoy it anyway. But yeah, there's so many versions of like the movie poster. Like, I'm just trying to find, that one's kind of like an original one. The Black Sleep, what's that? I'm not sure I've seen that one. I think it's like just 1960s era films. Let's have a look. 1960s. This has totally gone off topic now. 1960s. What would it be? Would it be under sci-fi? Oh, Goldfinger, classic. No way that Romeo and Juliet one was in the 60s. I remember watching that in school. Wow. Okay, so we don't want every 60s film. Let's see. Sci-fi films. Let's have a look. The Time Machine. No. Oh no, where did that go? Oh my god, it's definitely... I've got to do this. At some point in the future, I have to do this because the artwork is just so cool. Can you imagine if someone was really into that and they had like a sleeve or something just of movie posters plastered all over? Yeah, The Blob, Curse of the Werewolf, The Day the Earth Stood Still, that's a classic. Day of the Triffids, Our Forbidden Planet. I loved that one. I've not actually seen Barbarella. This Island Earth. The Day Mars Invaded Earth. Could that be it? I'm determined to find this film. The Pillow of Death. That just sounds like someone's just like a serial killer just smothering people, doesn't it? The Time Machine. Oh, I remember that with the Morlocks. Yes. See, this is the kind of stuff that I grew up with. I did not grow up with... I mean, I had some Disney stuff, obviously, but this is the kind of stuff that I grew up watching. Oh, The Thing. See, I try and talk to people about this stuff, and most people don't have a clue. Unless they're older, or older than me, they don't have a clue what I'm on about. The Earth Dies Screaming. I'm not sure I've seen all of these, but I'm just so tempted. Like, in CEX at the moment, well, the last time I went in, I could go in tomorrow actually, they had oh sorry, I just seen that. I got carried away. Let me have a look. Yeah, in CEX they've got like all these let's have a look at your reply. They've got like all these, while it's loading, all these like old school kind of like copies of films like this. I may have to go in and get a few because they're really bad. They're just, obviously the quality is just horrendous and the effects are so bad now, but just because, just nostalgic reasons, I think I need to have a mini collection of the ones I grew up with. I think I need it. I just need it. I don't care. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed. They are kind of weird, and I'll probably get I don't know, it's a bit cringy watching them, but you know, it's part of my childhood, strangely. Oh, I've just read your message. That sounds really nice. I was actually saying to someone today, I have not had one of those in a long time. And I'm talking about food, by the way, in case obviously no one else can see the message clearly. But yeah, the last one I had like that, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. And I was actually staying in this Hilton hotel, and they had this sort of like restaurant. We're talking about steak. I had this restaurant. I can't even remember the name of the restaurant now. I mean, I could look it up, and they just did the nicest steak. And I'd never had this. I can't remember what steak it was, but I'd never had it before. But I remember I was always worried about having stuff that was not well cooked, you know, like wasn't well done. Like if it was slightly bloody, I wouldn't touch it. And this was the first steak that I'd had that was like, they'd done it sort of like medium, but well, it's supposed to be like medium rare, but they just slightly overdid it for me because I was only used to well done. But it was enough to be like juicy and bloody rather than just, you know, like fully just bloody. But they did it so nicely, they actually converted me on the spot. And the chef came out and he was chatting to me about how to do it, which obviously I've completely forgotten now. How to make the sauce, completely forgotten now. But yeah, it was the nicest one I'd ever had. So yeah, definitely approve. Lovely. I actually really want to go and have a steak now. Like a really nice one. But yeah, I'm glad that you, it sounds really nice. You had a good time. I've had stomachache the past few days because in the centre they've had one of those. Do you know how you have like Christmas markets and you have the stalls and then you have, you know, like selling handmade things and all of that, and then you have the food stalls and everything? Well, at the weekend, me and Quattro went through town and we were looking, you know, we didn't know it was on, we were just walking through and we're like, all right, let's have a look as we walk through what's going on. Because we just had to like go and pick a few things up. And we, on the way back, ended up walking sort of near it again, and there was this like on the Christmas markets you get those like hot dog stalls that are like really nice. So we were like, okay, we'll get one of those. Tasted amazing. Would not buy again, purely because I had like 2 days at least of stomach cramps after. And I know it was this because me and Quattro had the exactly the same thing from there, and we both ended up with cramps. And like we'd eaten the same stuff all day. Oh no, not all day. We had a couple of different things beforehand, but we had the same sort of hot dog thing like from that point on, and it didn't look undercooked or anything. I've no idea. It didn't have anything weird in it. It was literally just like the hot dog, onions, and some sauces. So either there was something wrong with the sauces, or there was something wrong with the actual meat or something. I have no idea, but whatever it was, we both felt really ill after. So yeah, glad you had a nice steak. At least that's something nice to think about. I've just realised I've gone totally off topic. I've not even done my evil little sprout. I've just made myself extremely hungry. Like my stomach is rumbling now. I need food. See, that's the only thing. I love having food and everything. Like I'm not a binge eater, but like I appreciate good food. And I work with food all day. And it's just like if I'm making pizzas or whatever, it doesn't matter if I've eaten. Just the smell of it, like when you have fish and chips, straight away hungry. So yeah, just talking about really nice steak and everything, just straight away hungry, straight away. I can't help it. Right, so let's have a go. Where are we going to put this evil little plant? Because we've got loads of space, but not really, because we've got to fit. Oh, I didn't rub that out. Because we've got to fit quite a few. Was it 14 that I counted before? So 14. So with that 11, about 11 more, 10, 11 more after this. So yeah, I'm not sure. Sprout, because I mean there's a few, right? The ones that I'm going to do small, what were they? They were Splat, which I was going to do like an ink splat or something. Can always do a creepy face in it. Spark, similar thing, but just kind of like a just slightly different shape for it. And Patch, because obviously it's like patchwork stuff, so it's quite easy. Or a pirate patch or something. Like, they're not huge designs. Fuzzy, I guess you could kind of do. I could do like a creepy version of a Soot Sprite for that. That would be pretty cool. Like a Halloween kind of version. But for Sprout, I'm thinking it's like quite small, so I'm gonna do like all the tiny ones kind of sort of dotted in between. Like here, I'm gonna have something here, and probably like here, kind of a thing, maybe here. You know, like possibly here. These are all the spaces that something would fit quite nice. Something small. Something there possibly, or here, or even there. I don't really want to ruin that space. Yeah, so like basically like an ink splat or something, but just with like an evil face. You know, like we did for Pennywise, even though like that ink is kind of bled a little bit, with the creepy sort of eyes. So the ink splat would be black, but then it'd just be like a negative for a creepy sort of, or like the pumpkin. But imagine like that kind of a face, like a cutout, but instead of it being in a pumpkin, it can be like in a splat. So you'd have the creepy sort of face, but the thing is like a blob. But Sprout, how can I make him look evil? I mean, I could, because I want to do that other idea. I don't want to draw a Triffid now. I want to save it for like, do you know, I'm going to, I know myself too well. I'm going to write the idea down for the 1960s movie posters, because I know I probably won't watch this back and I'll completely forget about it. So unless you guys remind me, I will probably forget about it, because I'll get so caught up drawing the ladies, I will just completely forget about what's after that. So flash sheet, 1960s movie posters, sci-fi, e.g. Day of the Triffids. I've probably completely misspelled that. Oh, I didn't. If I'd have just looked up, it's right in front of me. Should be the Day of the Triffids. E.g. Day of the Triffids. I'll just put character flash. And then what I can do is, I really like the idea of a sleeve, but I might not design the sleeve, but I'm good, just want to remember the idea. Movie poster sleeve, and I'm just gonna put vintage, just so I remember like in the old kind of style, like the original. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you can't hear my stomach rumbling, but I may have to go soon so I can get some more food. I ate before I came on, but obviously talking about food has just completely made me really hungry again. So I'm going to have to eat again. Probably just have some cereal or some toast or something, because I really don't feel like cooking something at this time. I could, but I don't feel like it. I wonder if we can get like a Sprout sort of reference photo, like, you know, an actual plant. See if there's like a cool pose it's growing in. I could just sort of make evil. Evil plant, kind of an idea. Let's see. I mean, it could be any plant though, couldn't it? It doesn't. I mean, well, it says sprout, so that's, to me, just implies that it's like a tiny, little thing. It's got to be like a carnivorous plant of some kind, because, you know, it's evil. It's got to like bite you and stuff. So I'm thinking like a Venus flytrap, but they already look like they have teeth. Like, I'm not getting any luck, so let me just put sprout plant. I don't want actual food sprout. Yeah, okay. That is not what I mean. Obviously, that's what it's going to come up with, but that's not what I meant. Let's click on the cute/soil one and see if it comes up with anything that's not actually like Christmas sprouts. No. Okay. See, okay, I'm gonna do it in a little plant pot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think I'll do like a Christmas sprout. I mean, I actually like those, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it so it's like what most little sort of like baby plants look like. It's literally like a really it basically, it looks like cress, doesn't it? Most little plants that are starting out, they look like cress. It's like a really tiny, thin kind of stem, and then they have like the two little leaf bits coming off. But I'm not sure how you would make that kind of evil. Yeah, I mean, that'd be a really cool creepy Christmas. Oh, creepy Christmas. Hold on. Save that thought for creepy Christmas. Evil sprout. Alright, we've got that idea. Whether I lose the sketchbook, which I hope I don't, which I have done before with other ones. Creepy Christmas. Yeah, so what about if I do, because that's going to be kind of hard and it'll be like in a little bit of soil or something. What, obviously, with it being a plant, do a little plant pot, do the sprout with the two little leaf bits coming off, but the stem is too thin, so like thicken it so I can put a face in it, and then just do it like an evil little face with like sharp teeth and stuff. Maybe the roots or something coming over the top of the plant pot as like claws or something. What do you reckon? I'm not sure what music is on right now, but it reminds me of John Wick. And now I want to watch that. Well, the first one. Didn't like the others. So we'll go with here for sprout. This can be our little sprout area. So we'll have, and I'm going to do it like really simple because I want the emphasis to be on the sprout. So like normally you would have something like that. Can you see that okay? I mean, obviously it's pencil. Normally it's like that, isn't it? It's just basically like a little stem, little leaves. But I can't really fit an evil face there unless I thicken the stem. So what about if we do, it's just gonna look like a bulb though. Let's just do a creepy face thing. Let's do it like it's calcifer, but as a plant. Maybe like a bit more bulbousy. Hold on. A bit more bulbousy. Because it's coming out. Maybe like make this bigger. Big bulbous sort of. So that's the kind of idea. I mean, you can have bulbs that sprout, right? I think we've got something creepy going on. Little creepy hands going on. Maybe the roots. Yeah, the roots from the bulb. And then I mean, I don't know what kind of face I'm going for here. We're gonna do like the little under eye bags. It's gonna look better when it's in pen. And then can I have like a creepy mouth there? What about that kind of an idea, but obviously done a bit nicer. If I just go a bit closer so you can see it a bit better. What about something like that? That's kind of creepy. Maybe enlarge the eyes, do a few more bags underneath. I'm gonna draw it with my thinner sort of. Pen, and then like cold dead eyes. I'm gonna redraw the mouth after I've got rid of the bit of a broken pot. There's some soil bits coming out or something. I don't know. Right, so I'm just gonna get rid of. Oh wait. Do the little leaves. The whole point of the sprout. Erase the lines. Obviously I don't want a border for it. Maybe I should have done it a bit closer because I've made a massive gap now, but never mind. It is what it is. Yeah, I was gonna come on camera today and kind of show you guys my hair and everything, but because I had to bleach it, obviously I only did the roots, but because I had some areas where it'd gone kind of like, I wouldn't say patchy, but it'd gone kind of like some darker bits that didn't look like they'd lifted. You like, if you imagine you bleach all your hair and then you've missed some bits, so they kind of look like a darker, like a mousy colour compared to the rest. They'd gone kind of dark over time, some areas, so I tried to sort of put additional bleach on those bits after. And lighten it. So what I've done is I've put like a conditioning treatment on today because I just very terrified of ruining my hair anymore. And I don't want it to break off or anything. I also gave myself a little haircut. I don't think I did extreme though. I might what have I done there? I pulled the paper. I may cut some more off because I only did like a small amount. And it looked like I cut a lot off, but really it's not. So I may sort of do a little bit more to it. Like I might dot the sprout. Oh, he's looking creepy. Yeah, so I was going to come on camera and everything, but I just thought like I don't look the best at the moment because I've got my hair tied up in a bun. I've got like a hair sort of conditioning treatment on it just to help it a little bit so it's not really dry in that. Plus it's not the colour that I really wanted. I mean, to be fair, I did put this soul colour on, but it's supposed to be more green than blue. I knew it was more of a greeny blue rather than just a pure green, but it's not supposed to be this blue. So yeah, I'm not 100% happy with it. So let's have some cinematic horror. Oh, it definitely sounds very dramatic already. So yeah, I might come on tomorrow. I am going to probably go out, well I need to go out anyway, but I'm probably going to go out and buy some sort of green, like more of the fluorescent green that I had last time, to probably add on top of this to sort of make this a bit more green than it currently is. Although Quattro says to leave it because it looks nice blue, but it's a bit blue for me. I'm not really keen on the blue as much as everyone else is, so I'll probably just, I mean the washout, I mean this stain, but you know, I'm sure it's fine. How's our little creepy guy looking so far? I need some kind of, I want to do a really creepy mouth on him, but I've not drawn it on already because I don't want to do something a little that doesn't look creepy enough, you know. So I'm not actually sure. I don't really like this. It's like really, it's cinematic, but it's a bit, yeah. Let's have this one. Yes, I'm not sure. I want the kind of, do you know they have like super spiky, like Pennywise, like super spiky teeth? I want that, but I'm not sure how to get that across on this little guy. kind of doing it in pencil. Hi. Yes, I am. Sorry, I was just so engrossed in drawing this evil little sprout. Yes, I am. Yes, and we were on, not weekend just gone, the weekend before, I think, or something like that. And we mentioned about the talk, and I was supposed to come back on, but I didn't feel well. I am that person, yes. Hi. We've added to it since then. I keep trying to brush this little dot off here, which you probably can't see it, but it's really annoying me, and it's actually ink, and I keep forgetting and keep trying to brush it off like an idiot. Yeah, I do. And then obviously, like I said, the weekend that's just gone, we were walking through town and then got those hot dogs and that, and then had another weekend of not feeling great with stomach cramps. But yeah, been trying to eat better since then, just having a lot of like chicken and rice and stuff, preparing to starting to go to the gym at the end of the month. That's the plan. Whether we get there, we don't know, but that's the plan. But yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. It's just, yeah, not been great, not feeling good, and then working in food, and then having to explain why you have to keep, running off to the toilet, but then having to like over clean everything when you get back, just to make sure that there's absolutely no chance of any kind of cross contamination, which, don't worry, everything was fine. Yeah, feeling a lot better now. Just been drained from it all. Just feel really tired, just sleepy. I've been falling like an old person on, in the front room on the seat, just falling asleep. I don't know why. Just whatever it is just completely drained me. But I'm feeling a little bit better from it now. Yeah, I did as well. I was really looking forward to coming back on. And then all that happened, and I felt awful. I was just like, oh, I just feel so bad. I don't know if you'd come back. And, I really wanted to catch up in that. And yeah, so I'm glad you're back. I'm glad everyone's back. It's just kind of like, for me, a little bit frustrating, because I've had a couple of days where I've not been in work, but I've not felt that good either. That I've not really done much with my time off, when if I had felt better, I could have been on loads streaming, but it is what it is. I've come on again tonight. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to try and at least come on in the evening, but I'm hoping to come on earlier, but it depends what time I get back from town. I've got a few errands to do, so it's just kind of knocking me out at the minute. It's just making me feel like an old person that needs a nap after doing anything. It's just, yeah. I just think I need something just to, give myself a boost again. Like my mum would say, have you multivitamins? Oh, I wish I could stay up doing that. I can't. I feel like an old person. I'm not able to stay awake. Like before I came on here, I'd eaten and I had a food coma basically, and fell asleep in the middle of trying to play. I've been playing on my Switch Cozy Grove. It's not like the most amazing game, but it's just like a little chill out game. I've been playing that, and the amount of times I've fallen asleep playing it, and I just fell asleep. And the other night it happened, and I don't know what happens. I just sit down. I'm not even super comfy. I'll just wake up after hours, and apparently I've fallen asleep. And the other night when I woke up, Quattro came and like kind of woke me up, and I'd fallen asleep on the chair in a position where my head was so far back that he must have cut some blood off or something. I remember having a nightmare. I could not wake up from it. And then when he finally woke me up, because like he wondered where I was and everything, he finally woke me up, saw me sat on the chair like that, and it looked like I'd almost done like a starfish in the chair, but my arms and legs had gone completely numb. I couldn't lift my head or anything, so I have no idea. I must have just sort of fallen asleep and sort of slid down, and then just got into a position whilst asleep that was just cutting blood off and that, but it's a good job he woke me up. But I don't know what's gone on. I have no idea what's happening lately. But I'm just that drained that this kind of stuff is happening, which isn't, it's not usual for me. No, I'm not 90. I feel like I'm 90. And maybe like I'm 35 going on 90. Who knows? I don't know what's gone on. I just, for some reason, the last couple of weeks, I've just been absolutely drained. It's like someone's just completely drained my batteries. I've felt just so drained. I can't describe it any other way. Just no energy whatsoever. Oh, really? I've not actually had it, but I don't know. Maybe there's something else. I don't know. I don't feel ill, but I just feel drained. I can't describe it. It doesn't matter if I have energy drinks, loads of coffee. It doesn't matter. I am just as tired. Nothing gives me energy. So I was wondering, like, my mum's anemic, so I'm wondering if I should get checked for anemia or something. I don't know if that can run in the family or what, but I'm wondering if, could that possibly be why? Or could be a reason, I don't know. Usually I've got really good iron levels in my blood though, so I don't know what would be draining me suddenly. But yeah, yeah, it's just hard to get an appointment at the moment. You've got to ring up at a certain time and then they're like, oh, we booked up for 2 weeks, so that by that time you probably will be fine. So yeah, I just thought if I got more sleep I'd be fine, but I just can't get enough. I could have, for example, I'm not someone that can lie in really late, but imagine I could, and then I had a really long lie in till like 1-2 p.m. or something, which I can't do, but imagine I did. I would wake up and still need more sleep, which is not normal for me. It's like I could just sleep forever and just, I have no energy all the time. I'm just almost permanently switched off energy wise, and I have no idea what's going on. But yeah. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's been a big effort for me to even like go out into town and get food shopping or just do things like that, because everything is just draining me so much at the minute and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm feeling I'm still drained a lot, but I'm feeling slightly better than I was. Enough to start kind of doing little bits again. It's fine. It'll pass. It's fine. It's just, all I need to do is I just need to figure out what's causing it and then just get rid of whatever that is, you know? It might just be, because I'm trying to eat a bit healthier. So, I don't know, maybe it's because I've not had as much sugar lately that I feel tired from it, or it's done something. Because normally I would have like really loads of sweets and things. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe because I started having some energy drinks and then I cut them down. Maybe just my body's sort of feeling tired because it's not getting that hit all the time. I don't know. But then obviously I've had some, you know, like, well, I guess it's like food poisoning, I guess, from that food and that on top of it. But it's fine. I've been all right. Apart from that, I've been fine. Been just getting on with getting used to work. Been sent home early a couple of times, not from being ill or anything. It's just like, oh, we're cutting down hours, we're saving on hours, which is not great when you're supposed to have full-time hours and they just send you home whenever. It's kind of annoying. I'm thinking to look elsewhere again, to be honest. I might start looking around just in case, because it's, you know, how many hours are they gonna cut, you know? Yeah, just, I don't know, apart from that, just kind of just been doing everyday stuff really, and then been looking at Halloween stuff, you know, just things like that. Nothing really special. Obviously I did my hair. I don't know, I've not really done a lot really. I've just been I've been wanting to do stuff. I just felt really awful, but it's mainly just been feeling like that and going to work and then trying to just do everyday things like get food shopping done or whatever in between. The only other different thing was that I had been watching Squid Game. I've not finished it, but that really, and then having all these ideas and wanting to come on and then sort of struggling really, but yeah. At the moment, I'm working in a kitchen, so it's like a pub. It's a chain pub. Just I've not worked in the kitchen before, so everything's just new. I'm just constantly learning stuff. I've switched locations from a really crowded, busy, like chain, well, one of the pubs in the chain, to a closer to home, sort of more chilled out one. So obviously they do some of the things a little bit different, so I've been trying to learn what they do different, but it's been nice as well, because in the really busy one, and it's not because I'm really clumsy, it's literally because the kitchen was so small and overcrowded that people were physically on top of each other. Like, you'd be crossing over in front of someone's face in like an inch or so away, grabbing something to cook with, or getting hot food out, or you're going in an oven to pull something out and someone's having to squeeze past the back of you to get past carrying food. They might nudge you, and this actually happened to me. This is why I've got burns on me. I mean, they've healed really well now. Whoops. Oh no, he fell. Oh well, just stay there. But this is what these are. I mean, I don't know how well you can see them, but I've got burns on me, and they look like I've sort of like done them to myself. But like, this one was where I was reaching into an oven and someone nudged me and my arm stuck to the top. So I've gone from a place where it's been crowded like that and getting injuries like that all the time to somewhere where it's a bit more spacious and chilled out, and I haven't actually, touch wood, had an injury there yet. Whereas the other place, I was having one every few days, you know? So it's been really nice change from that. Yeah, they've actually been trying to train me to open up in the mornings, because I'm so close now that I can get there the easiest out of everyone. So instead of someone else having to pay for like a taxi or whatever to get there at like 6 a.m. to open up, even though I really don't like getting up at that time, it's easy for me to just sort of like walk over to the place, whatever weather I can physically get there. And even though now the next week or so I'm getting put on quite a few evening shifts, I think what they're doing is they're giving me some really early shifts and some really late shifts to not only meet different staff, but to see how they do all of the procedures at this one. Because it's the same chain, but obviously I found out that the place I was at that was really crowded, I've done like a lot of shortcuts for things, or stuff their own way that isn't quite the right way that it's supposed to be done, which is why things have resulted like they have, and accidents have happened and that kind of things. So this place, I think they're giving me like really earlies and really lates and just a variety of shifts instead of a set kind of general rota, because they want me to sort of see how they do everything different, learn everything properly, and like meet more staff, I guess. So they put me on a load of evenings the next week or so, but they did actually pull me to one side the other day and speak to me and say, look, okay, you live a lot closer than a lot of other people. It's easy for you to get in. How do you feel about learning to do opening up? So you would come in at like 6 in the morning. You'd be the first staff member there on your own, in the kitchen anyway, not in the entire building. There's obviously like other people in. You'd be doing things like the setting up of all the machines, the food prep, all that kind of stuff. How do you feel about doing that? Like changing oils in the fryers and things like that. So I was like, because that obviously would mean that I would have to get to bed really early the night before, get up really early that morning, like for the shifts. So I know I'd be tired because I'm not a morning person, but then I'm finishing earlier in the day, so I could come back, have a little rest, and then I could come on more in the afternoons, but probably not be on as late. Like, I'd have to probably be going to bed now or be in bed around this time and sort of like cut off a bit earlier. But it might give me more time to have, you know, to do stuff in the day that I need to do overall, because of starting so early. I have more of the day left when I do finish. So they said, how do you feel about being trained to do that? So I said, okay, as long as I'm confident, and I'm obviously trained right, but I feel confident to be left on my own to do that, then yeah, I get your thinking for, you know, being the closest one here and that kind of thing. It might benefit me. I'll just be a bit tired. But yeah, that's kind of where they're going at the moment, but they haven't actually put that into place fully. I had a shift like that this morning where I opened up with this girl and she was trying to show me everything, which was great, but I'm going to need quite a few of them to be able to do it on my own. But that's not going to happen, I guess, for another week or so because they're putting me on all closes. So yeah, I don't love the job. It's not for me. It's not something I want to stay in. It's all right for now. It's not the best money. I mean, my job previous to this was a lot more money per hour. So it's not great. And obviously I've had injuries from it, but I think that's just because the other place was so crowded and busy. It's not great, but location-wise now, it is the most convenient. So I could make it work for a while, but I don't want to work in food. It's not my career. It's not something that I want to do forever. It's just, you know, paying the bills for now. What I want to do is obviously tattooing. So yeah, I'm food's not for me, to be honest. Yeah, I guess that's the thing though, isn't it? It's very hard to find, like they say, a job that you love. And then when you do, or you know, that you enjoy at least, even if you don't love it, it's not always. It might not be the best paid job, or you know, it might be a really bad location. It's something like this. It's very hard to find something that's perfect for you, that you love and is great pay and everything. So there's a lot of compromise all the time. Most people probably work like me, jobs that they don't really like, just because it pays the bills or it's convenient for other things or whatever. So for me, that's the situation I'm in. But you know, at least you like your job. I mean, it'd be better obviously if the pay was better for you as well. Oh, really? Isn't that discrimination? I mean, surely people there, like the residents and stuff, what they're saying that even like the residents don't ever, they've never seen tattoos or what. I mean, I don't know what obviously condition people are in that you're caring for, but if there's something where they don't realise or they don't care or they're not threatened by it, I don't see the problem. Ah, right, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that. But surely, like, did you have visible ones that you couldn't hide before you started working there, like when they were interviewing you and stuff? So, what I would say to that is they were aware of it beforehand, they were accepting of it. Why is there an issue now? Because that is clearly discrimination there. Oh, the manager's changed. Is it an official rule for that company then to not have visible tattoos, and it was just at the discretion of the older or the other manager or whatever that they allowed it? Like they bent the rules, or is it not actually a rule? Ah, okay. I don't know then, because I mean, I suppose it depends how long you've worked there. I mean, you could argue the point. Ah, okay. Have you worked there a long time then? So like the residents would be used to you or something, and it would be a bit of a shock if you weren't there. 3 years. That's a decent amount of time though. Because it's like if you were doing set shifts or something that were different from your contract, like maybe over for that period of time, and then suddenly they want to cut you. There's like I can't remember what it's called, but it's not like a rule, but it's like it's kind of like that. I can't remember what it is, but there's like a thing in place where if you've done a certain thing for so long, that then becomes the norm for that, regardless, because it's been accepted for so long. Surely with appearance it's similar. I mean, is there absolutely no way that you could have like a higher collar or like longer sleeves or anything like that? Because I think you said you didn't have any on your face. I mean, can you wear gloves? Like there must be a way. Like I can imagine there's a way where you could cover everything apart from your face. Like, unless you've got them. I don't think you said you had them like all over your face, but unless you had stuff all over your face, I don't see how you can't find some way to cover it, because there are like obviously there's the issue of getting too warm or whatever, but there are actually fabrics for, you know, like for clothing to do that kind of a job where it's actually really cooling and breathable, so they are actually comfortable to wear. So if you don't have anything on your face, then, and say you wore some of this fabric that you can even get, it's like flesh toned, like various different like flesh tones and stuff, and they're designed to cover tattoos but be like cool and breathable. I mean, obviously like it's additional clothing to whatever uniform, but you know, if you're good at your job, the residents would find it difficult for you to not suddenly be there, and then you've sort of made an effort to adhere to appearance policies the best you can, even if you have to wear additional clothing, then I'm sure it's like still discrimination for you to not be allowed to keep your job. I mean, to sack you on something that has been acceptable for 3 years. I mean, then there's the argument of something like, for example, if you had a religion where like you had to wear certain things, like, or like say a headscarf or something like that or whatever, that's additional to the uniform, you know. Or if you could or couldn't do certain things, you know, that's additional to the rules. You know, can't exceptions be made, especially if you've had that leeway for 3 years, if you're willing to sort of go a bit further with it to meet their, you know, like expectations now, surely, you know, surely they can't just sack you. Oh, is it not? Oh, okay. So it's good for them then. It gives them something to like look forward to, something to focus on other than whatever is going on in their lives. Oh, okay. So it's a positive thing for some of the residents. So it definitely sounds like discrimination. I can see from their point of view for the rules, like rules are rules, but they have to surely take into account the length of time you've worked there, your relationship with the residents, like how the residents view your tattoos. Like you've said, like a talking point, it's a positive thing. You know, surely there's somewhere that you can go that's above this person to put those points across. And then if you say looked up this fabric and these clothing and that, surely you could say something like, you know, you could wear these because they're supposed to be like cooling and stuff, so that you're not overheating wearing additional layers. But you know, surely there's some way where you can kind of appeal that. They can't just sack you after that length of service. To be honest, I'd probably go for unfair dismissal, because even though it's supposed to be the rules, you can argue the point of they have been accepting of it, whether they've bent the rules or not, for 3 years, and that is a long period of time. To be honest, I'd note all this stuff down and I'd try and speak to someone above this new manager, and put an appeal in place. I really would. Because I can see, like, you know, rules are rules and all of that, but, you know, if something's been acceptable, whether you've bent the rules or not, for 3 years and no one's had a problem with it, and it's become a positive thing for people to focus on, you know, or anything along that line, I don't see why suddenly it's a really bad thing, even if it's against the rules. You know, they should at least say to you, you know, something like, oh, well, you're going to have to change your uniform to such and such, or wear this or do this, to try and be more, you know, in line with the appearance policy or whatever it is they've got. But they shouldn't just discriminate against you and just sack you straight away. That you should be able to appeal it on those grounds. Yeah. I'd still note down your positive points for it, and I would still at least see who you contact above this person to appeal should you need to, just in case. But show that you're willing to try and do steps extra to fall in line with their policy as best as you can. And I'd look at your handbook as well if you got given one, or look up their rules, or if they've got a HR department or something like that. I'd ask about, should try and get a copy of all their policies and things, especially like for appearance. Because it might actually say, you don't know, it might actually say like, oh, blah, 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 these are our rules, but it is at the manager's discretion. So if that's the case, then it was acceptable and it is not a reason to sack you, because the new manager might not accept it, but you were employed under, you were employed, I can't know how to describe it. You were employed basically with them knowing what you look like. So to discriminate 3 years later against that, just because it's a new manager, if it's at the manager's discretion and it's not actually a rule that you're not allowed them officially by the company, then I would definitely argue the point. Yeah, I'd at least note my points down and get copies of the policy. Definitely find out the wording, because the wording's very important. If it says like that is the rule, no exceptions, it might be difficult to argue your point. If it says at the manager's discretion, then, you know, 3 years is a good arguing point, to be honest, new manager or not. Because that manager, you are that manager's employee, but they've taken you on. They didn't employ you. So it would then fall on the person that did employ you. Even if they're not there anymore, obviously. It's a bit difficult to describe, but I would definitely note my points down, find out all the policies, the wording of them specifically, not just what someone says it is. I'd get like a copy of it or look at a copy of it, but something like that, exactly what their policies are, and then I'd find out who I can appeal to, just in case, because you shouldn't lose your job after 3 years just because someone doesn't like what you look like. It's wrong. Oh. Yeah, I guess that would be a while then, won't it? Because if it's the hand they use for their work, then obviously not only will it have to heal, but they'd have to have like they'd have to like exercise it just to get, you know, just to get like the range of motion and everything back, to be confident. And then obviously, like, because they'll be out of practice then with the machine, if it is the hand that they use to tattoo with, they'd have to like re-practice. So it's a bit like after COVID or the lockdown, and well, it's still COVID, but you know, it was a bit like after lockdown when tattoo studios were allowed to open again. Everyone was out of practice, so you could see like some of the work coming out was it looked like you could tell people were out of practice, like some lines were wobbly, and like people are just now starting to get back into it and get better quality work coming out. So it'd be kind of like that kind of situation. So they're gonna need like some time to physically heal and then recover the muscles with exercises and then practice so that they're up to speed again with everything. It's up to you. Check out the work. You don't have to. If you're not happy with it, wait. I mean, there's not a rush, is there? And I'm sure the person you normally go to would appreciate that you've waited in that and given them your custom, when the time comes. Yeah, I remember you saying. Yeah, it would be. I mean, I'd love to have loads more. I was saying earlier that I just, when you get the feeling like you just need a new tattoo, and not a little one, you need like a decent sized one. You just need one. And, the whole process of basically torturing yourself to go through it, however, whatever your pain threshold is, because obviously it's different for everyone, how they feel when they're having a tattoo. Going through that and then going through all the healing phase, because like you're obviously very aware of where your tattoo is especially when it's being done, and then probably I would argue like maybe more so when it's healing, when it's in like the itchy phase and stuff like that, because you can't forget where it is, because obviously you're constantly physically reminded of it in some way through pain or like itchiness or whatever. And then it gets to that stage where it's healed. And depending on where it is, it's not somewhere that you look, like mine on my shoulders, obviously I see if I look in the mirror, but I'm not constantly looking down at my shoulders all the time, whereas ones on my hands I see quite a lot. Sometimes I even forget that they're there on my shoulders. I like other tattoos, sometimes I completely forget I've got them. I honestly do, because especially if you can't see them all the time, and then obviously you're not being physically reminded they're there, because like the pain from having them done or the irritation after whatever stage you're at for the healing or whatever, that whole process then, and then of going through all that, and then you forget about your tattoo, and then you're like, oh, I've not had that feeling for a while, I really fancy having a new tattoo, and then they're just putting yourself through it. You can't help it. It's like you don't want it, you need it. It's so strange. It's addictive, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, get your face done if you want, but I would obviously, I think I remember saying something like, don't, obviously you've already got tattoos, but if it was someone that didn't have any, I wouldn't recommend the face first, because obviously it's a very visible place. It's hard to cover up, especially if something went wrong, or like for jobs and things like that. But yeah, I remember saying to you about how if there's something, a design that you really like and you're dead set on, like you really want that on your face, that's great, that's fine. But I remember saying something like, get like a practice version, so like draw it on, or get your artist to draw it on, or something like that, just to test out wearing it, see if you really like it there, because you might not like the placement. You might think that you like where it'll be, and then you find, oh, actually I like it over this side instead, might be better, because then at least you've not gone and just got it done and then stuck with it. At least you've tested it out, even if it's just with makeup or something. Just draw it on and just see how you feel, even if it's just like a rough version and you can't do it as well, just to get like the idea for what something in that area would look like. But yeah, I would definitely do that first. I mean, you could do it with any tattoo, I guess, but like definitely on really visible areas, especially the face. I'd probably go with that kind of idea. I mean, if it were me, I'd probably say, I don't know, say if I wanted a line from my lip down my chin, I would draw it on first. I'd draw it with makeup first to see, all right, would that look all right? And then I'd probably, to be honest, I'd probably try wearing it out on marker or something, marker pen or something. And if I got used to it being there, I'd be like, you know what, I really love it, I'm having it done. I've already, you know, done like a trial run testing out the look of it. I'm doing it. Yeah. Is that one you've got booked? Is that for your face, or is that somewhere else? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You can be completely covered and just not. Some people just don't do the face, or they'll just do little bits with makeup, you know, because they don't want it permanently, whatever it is, on the face. But, you know, if you do want your face, or anywhere, you know, if you're not 100% sure, I would definitely, even if it's just with makeup, I would definitely do like a practice pretend version with pen or makeup or something first. Live with it a little bit, see how you feel. You might love it, you might not. At least you can adjust it, like the placement or completely different design if you change your mind. You know, it's not permanently done, because once it is, your only option are cover up or laser, pretty much. Oh yeah, was it a mandala? I'm sure I remember something like that, because I remember saying about the one I've got on my thigh that goes kind of in that area, and that you can feel the pain difference, like the needle feels like it's going through more. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, because I remember, didn't you say like it was covering the whole area? It wasn't just kind of at the side. It was like wrapping round. Because I'm sure we were saying something like that would be really painful. Like, it would look amazing, but it would be painful because of the area. Yeah. Ah, I normally have such a bad memory as well. I remembered that one. Yay. Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. And was it? I remember saying something. Oh, I remember saying something the other day. Not the other day, the last time we spoke. You were saying something about being completely covered, and I'm sure we were talking about kind of tying areas together. And I said something like, you know, like floral design, like with vines and stuff to tie things together. And the other day, I actually saw someone who had a similar tattoo design. I don't think I saved the picture, but I actually saw a very similar idea to what I was trying to describe to you, and I wish that I could have. I don't think I saved it. I just wish that I could just show you, because it sort of perfectly kind of in a different style, obviously, but it perfectly kind of showed the idea that I was trying to describe to you about having some kind of pattern that goes all over to kind of tie everything together. And I really don't think that I saved it, which is a shame. If I ever see it again, I mean, I don't think I will, but if I ever see it again, I'll save it. But and see if I can share it somewhere, like on my Instagram or something like that. But yeah, it showed that idea perfectly. And then you could like go over bits or that kind of stuff. But no, I don't think I did save it. I'm just looking through some images now, but no, I don't think I saved it. But they had like a really delicate version. Yeah. Oh. And you're not going to be able to sit down after as well. I hope you're good at sleeping on your front for a while, because that's especially when you're walking around when that's healing as well, because that's going to go really tight. And like, you know, when you have a tattoo anywhere where you have more movement, it's just, especially when it's in like the sort of like dry itchy phase where you can't over moisturize, it's gonna be so hard to keep, you know, even just walking or anything. without being in pain, you know, with how the skin's stretching. Oh, I wish I saved that now. I think what happened was I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, that's like that thing, and then just got distracted and didn't even save it. Oh well. That's not too bad. Oh, right, so you've got... Oh, that's alright then. So you've got the time. That'd be good then. At least you've got sort of like recovery time where you can... where you can sort of rest and it's not too bad for you. I'm still really hungry. Still haven't got anything. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this here as, well, let me just number it. Sprout is tomorrow's, which is 20. So we've done tomorrow's. But I am coming on tomorrow because I'm off to do some more. But I think I'm gonna go now so I can go and get something to eat before I've got to go to bed. But I will definitely be on tomorrow. I'm not sure the exact time because I've got to go into town and do a few things, but I'll definitely be on tomorrow. And the day after, I'm not actually in work till the evening, so I don't have to go to bed like super early. I can't stay up like really late either, but like I said, because all this is like in the bedroom and Quattro needs to go to bed before I do, so I kind of go in the other room and that, but it's all set up in here, so yeah. It's just a bit awkward for staying up late and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go now so I can go and get some food. I will be on tomorrow. I know I said like before and I couldn't come on, but I definitely 100% I will be on tomorrow unless they cut my internet off again and I physically can't get on, in which case I'll do what I did last time and use my mobile data to put a quick video up to explain, but they better not do because that's gonna get way too often. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be on tomorrow. We're going to do a couple more days of this, depending on how long or how long I've got on or how early I do get on. We might even be able to do most or all of the rest of Inktober and start planning out which one to redraw, or maybe even start on like the ladies, which would be really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna go now and go get some food and stuff. I'm sure you'll be fine. If you check the workout and everything, you should be fine. Plus, if anything, I mean, it shouldn't go wrong, but if anything needed correcting, you know someone that's really, really good that will probably be able to help you out. Oh, thank you. You guys are as well, because I really enjoy coming on and just chatting to people, which is, I don't really get to do that now during the day at work, even though it's more of a quiet place. I can't chat to customers or anything, so I'm really enjoying coming on and connecting with everyone. It's nice, especially like how we've come back and we've remembered stuff and caught up again. I like that. Like I'd like to build on that and do that more regularly, and yeah, just have some friends online kind of a thing, you know, and just we all chat and do stuff together. It's okay. I mean, the stream will be on anyway. I'll put it on my YouTube as well, because they've actually fixed that now. I forgot to say, unless it's just broken again, they actually fixed being able to export to YouTube, so I just save it there as well, because I lost the first few before I learned how to do that. But yeah, they're all going on there now for catch up. Same name as this, same as my Instagram, same as this one for Twitch. I'm that pretty much everywhere, so yeah. Oh, you finished at 8? I'll probably be on. I'll probably still be on because, you know, I'm still on now, so you'll probably catch me a little bit anyway. Like the last bit of the stream, you know, like the last half of it or whatever. So yeah, should be alright. I'm just hoping to get on a little earlier and do a little more, like a little longer one or something, or like 2 mini ones maybe if I need a break between to go and do anything. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go and get some food now. It's been great chatting with everyone, and yeah, can't wait to do it again and carry on with all this too, you know. This is what we're supposed to be doing. So yeah, everyone have a nice night, and I'll see you again. It's alright. Bye.